quality of care for elders and individuals receiving treatment for mental health disorders. Because music has the capacity to appeal to the whole person, music care is a valuable approach that enhances existing scopes of practice. Catherine trains caregivers to use music strategically to enhance positive clinical outcomes. She was recently hired by the Room 217 Foundation in Toronto, Canada, as a U.S. consultant and market researcher. Catherine completed her Bachelor of Music and Bachelor of Education at Mount Allison University in New Brunswick, Canada. She is a musician and educator with a passion to inspire leaders in healthcare settings to integrate music into their care. Please help me to welcome Catherine.
President Dr. John Short, Dr. Tex Boggs, Dr. Aaron Susi, faculty, family, friends, and students. I would like to begin by thanking Dr. Susi for inviting me to deliver this keynote address. It is both an honor and a privilege to be here with you this afternoon. 10 years ago, I never could have imagined that I would be working in a healthcare setting. Since I was a young child, the mere act of walking through the doors of a hospital made me queasy. My mother had been hospitalized for end-of-life care. I was the adult child chosen to be at her side. She was passing through what Elizabeth Kubler-Ross postulated was the anger stage of grief. On a gloomy January day in 2008, I decided to take a walk down the hospital hallway to clear my head. A male patient a few doors down from my mother's room called out to me, "Hey, can you help me?" I don't like to admit it, but my first reaction was to ignore him. I was having a tough time dealing with taking care of someone I loved in a hospital setting, let alone this stranger. Wasn't that someone else's job? I'm a grieving family member who is struggling to remain upright in a hospital setting. Surely it was beyond my abilities to help this dying man. "Could you come here?" My eyes locked on his, and I entered the room. Pulse racing, hands sweating, reminding myself that this interaction would soon be over. "Could I trouble you to put a CD in that CD player over there? I just love my country music. It makes me feel better, you know?" Strains of Garth Brooks filled the hospital room, and I was right. This interaction did end quickly, but its effects are still with me today. 7 years later, I would begin delivering music care in healthcare settings. Music humanizes healthcare. We can all use music. No known culture now or in the past lacks music. The music care model, developed by the Room 217 Foundation in Toronto, Canada, has proven that when we use music with intention, allowing the therapeutic principles of sound and musical effect inform us, we are delivering an accessible approach used to improve health and wellness. Rhythmic auditory stimulation, which stabilizes gait in Parkinson's patients. Melodic intonation therapy, a musical intervention to improve language reacquisition in stroke-affected patients, which helps rebuild neural pathways. And Music and Memories iPod project, are examples of the delivery framework 10 Domains of Music Care. This framework enables healthcare professionals to locate their scope of practice within these music care domains, while recognizing the potential to integrate the use of music into care goals. Music care is inclusive. Everyone is invited to use music in care. We encourage caregivers to integrate music into caring relationships, care tasks, personal care plans, and within organizations. Becoming informed about the needs and effects of music in health and well-being, learning simple music care strategies, and understanding the role each person plays is how music care gets implemented. As UMFK Nursing Honor Society inductees, you have the desire to pursue excellence while building a framework for success. The Room 217 Foundation's dedication to pursue excellence has resulted in the creation of music care products, services, education, research, and innovative leadership in caring for the whole person with music. Research done by the Room 217 Foundation and published in the journal Music and Medicine, entitled Understanding Music Care and Music Care Delivery in Long-Term Care, demonstrates that music care is essential in the lives of individuals living in long-term care, as music impacts social engagement, human connection, and resident orientation. Tess was a resident in her 90s whose appetite was being affected by her diagnosis of dementia. She had no interest in eating, even after being prompted repeatedly by care staff. I was assigned to work with her, and my goal was to stimulate her appetite using music. Tess slept for most of the day and had lost her ability to communicate. I had previously established a preferred playlist of her top 5 songs. These were songs she would sing. Memories like the corners of my mind, misty watercolored memories of the way we were. This song, The Way We Were, recorded by Barbra Streisand, was the song I had chosen to sing with her since it was one of her favorites. She raised her head, her eyes meeting mine, a smile on her face. She began to sing a song that clearly evoked a positive memory. Tess finished singing, picked up her fork, and began to eat her lunch until she had finished all the food on her plate. This is an example of music's impact on biological rhythms and physiological systems. Music modulates emotion, memory, and motivation via the limbic system in the brain. This is supported by research in the field of neuroplasticity when, in 1998, it was discovered that the brain has inherent capacity to change and adapt. The brain can reorganize itself, thus creating new neural pathways. In his book, This Is Your Brain on Music, Daniel Levitin tells us that when we love a piece of music, it reminds us of other music we have heard, and it activates memory traces of emotional times in our lives. Your brain on music is all about neural pathway connections. Dan Cohen, the founder and CEO of Music and Memory, a nonprofit organization who places iPods on individuals in care settings, met with me in Manhattan last month. My work in Maine concerning behavioral health and long-term care caught his attention. The data we have collected over the past year at Forest Hill shows significant improvement in both depression and pain scores when using the music care approach. It has changed the way nursing care is administered at Forest Hill. The Institute for Health Improvement, located in Boston, suggests applying an integrated approach to improve patient care, improve health outcomes, while lowering the per capita costs of healthcare. Music care delivers in all three of these areas, and because of its success in improving patient care, the Adult Behavioral Health Unit at Northern Maine Medical Center has recently implemented a tool for data collection that will look at music care and its ability to elevate mood. Today, you become a member of the UMFK Nursing Honor Society. You are leaders. Leaders who recognize the importance of including non-pharmacological interventions when delivering whole person care. The power of music is available to all of us. We listen to music to feel something. Music connects our hearts and minds, which allows us to deliver our message to the world with passion and commitment. As students of nursing, you are perfectly positioned to use music in care to provide your patients with a positive experience that validates their ability to make choices, which is empowering and enhances relational care. Dr. Bill Thomas, an international authority on geriatric medicine, reminds us when saying, what patients need is not rocket science, which is really unfortunate. If it were rocket science, we would be doing it. We are great at rocket science. We love rocket science. What we're not good at are the things that are so simple and basic that we overlook them. Perhaps as simple and basic as putting a CD into a CD player and singing your song for all the world to